What's up, y'all? This is Mgovier and Chris Berman in a video game. What video game is this? Well, this is NFL 2K5, and this is probably the best football game made to date. It's way better than Madden from a mechanics standpoint. I guess the online doesn't even exist, so I guess Madden's better for online. But anyways, I'm bringing y'all one of my favorite and most memorable football games of my lifetime so far, because I am a Falcons fan. And I actually remember watching this game on TV when I was like 5 or 6 years old in my apartment complex. This is from when I pretty much first moved to Georgia. I wasn't even living in Atlanta at the time. And I remember watching John Elway just, destroy the Falcons when I was little. And this is from the time period when I actually used to go to Falcons games a lot. So this has a lot of nostalgia behind it and a lot of emotions behind it, this matchup right here for me. So I decided to play this matchup and bring it to you, because in this game you can actually have historic teams, and they're built into the game, so that's a pretty cool feature. And in case you see some of the players just have like receiver or whatever on their jersey, that's just because they don't have the licensing for the players' names, and some of the numbers are wrong, but all the players are actually there, like they're the real players. They have Chris Chandler, Jamal Anderson, they have all the middle linebackers, they have Buchanan, everybody from the Falcons, and the Broncos have John Elway and all that. But so I'm going to give a few moments that I remember from Falcons games when I was a little kid. So one of my first memories of a Falcons game, I think it was in like 02 maybe. I know we had, no, it must have been 03 or 04, because I know we had Vic. And I actually lost my first tooth at a Falcons game, believe it or not. That was a pretty cool memory. I bit into a jumbo hot dog and I just found my tooth like in the hot dog, and I was like, holy shit, I just lost my first tooth. So that was pretty cool. I remember meeting some of the players because my dad's friend had like a hookup. He worked for the Falcons, and so I got to go to the locker room after the game, and Michael Vick was a complete douchebag, and a lot of the players were just kind of to themselves. But D'Angelo Hall was actually pretty cool. Like, I dapped him up and shit, and he was like, I was wearing a 49ers hat because I'm from California, and that's the team that I used to root for when I was there when I was really little, because my dad used to take me to Candlestick Park, and he just like, what are you wearing that hat for? And he flipped it down. I was a little kid, so that was pretty cool of him to like talk to me at least. And yeah, now I want to talk about why this game is so good and why I think it's better than Madden. Okay, so it's a lot of little things, but overall it's the bigger picture. Like in Madden, when you're trying to change directions, even in Madden 12, like, the ridiculous part is some of the mechanics that are in this game are, no lie, more advanced than the mechanics in Madden 12. This is 8 years later, and some of the mechanics that are in this game from 2004, I think, yeah, July 2004, are better than current renditions of Madden. And to me, that's just appalling. That just means that, Madden kind of has a monopoly over the football games, since nobody else has licensing for the NFL teams anymore, and they can just pretty much put out whatever they want. They can just put out fucking Madden 98 with the licensed teams, and people will go out and buy it. And it's kind of sad, because it really takes out the competitive nature of creating a good sports game. Like in soccer video games, they have Pro Evolution Soccer and FIFA, and Pro Evolution Soccer and FIFA are always going back and forth. Sometimes Pro Evolution Soccer is better, sometimes FIFA is better. And that kind of competition just doesn't exist anymore in sports video games. I mean, in football video games. And I don't think it will, because I don't think that 2K is going to get the licensing, because EA is such a powerhouse. So in this game, you can actually download the rosters, and the rosters from online, and it's kind of complicated, but you can actually play with current rosters in this game. So if you're a diehard football fan, not even diehard, because I'm not really a diehard football fan, I just kind of casually watch football, and I really love this game, and I can appreciate quality games when I see one. And a lot of people might not want to play this game just because of the graphics, but to be honest with you, like, to be 100% honest, the graphics in this game are not bad. Like, I'm not even rationalizing right now. I can honestly, with a straight face, sit here and tell you that the graphics in this game are really not that bad. And the mechanics are so good that it honestly overshadows the fact that the graphics are not next gen. And ooh, look at that pass from Chris Chandler. But yeah, I think that this game was so ahead of its time. And Madden, for example, like when you change directions, it takes way too long to change directions. When you, I feel like there's this glitch in Madden. It's not even a glitch. It's just like cheese, where you just do a slant, not even a slant route, like an out route, and then they go to the left. And excuse me if I'm saying that wrong, because I don't fucking know. It might be called a, yeah, I think it's called an out route, when they just like run and then change directions to the right or the left. If you do that with your tight end and go over the middle every single time, I promise you, you will catch the ball in Madden. And in this game, it just feels like it's a greater degree of satisfaction when you complete a nice pass or get a nice touchdown. And there's not as many huge plays. I feel like a lot of the time in Madden, when you actually get a touchdown, it's not really the culmination of a nice drive with running. And oh my god, that was a terrible way to start off the second half. Sorry I'm interrupting myself, but Chris Chandler just threw a terrible interception. And we were already losing 7-0, and that was just seriously took the wind out of my sails a little bit. But we were able to hold them to a field goal. But I'll get into the gameplay a little later, because this game actually turns into a extremely gut-wrenching, adrenaline-pumping game. But Madden, what was I even talking about, man? Yeah, okay, so I feel like in Madden, when you score a touchdown, a lot of the time, it's like you break open the play, and there's no work put into the touchdown. Like, you might throw a streak route to a wide receiver who has 95 speed, and he'll just beat the cornerback, and it's like an 80-yard touchdown. I feel like that happens way too often, because in the real NFL, that doesn't happen that often. Like, when an 80-yard touchdown happens, it's a huge deal. Like, that's all over SportsCenter, all over everything. And I feel like in every single Madden game, there's a crazy run where that happens or a crazy pass where that happens. And I know that, ooh, look at that pass. Hold on, I want to talk about this pass right here, because I kind of lulled them into like a false sense of security with my running plays that I was doing, kind of doing short gains. And then on 3rd and inches, I called a play action, and even though there was kind of good coverage, the cornerback wasn't expecting it, so I was able to get the pass off. It's little moments like that where you make a nice play call, and it's just so much more satisfying in this game than Madden to me for some reason. But back to what I was talking about. A lot of people might say that that's unrealistic in Madden when you have huge plays for touchdowns, and I agree. And a lot of people might be like, well, you're playing a video game, why do you want it to be realistic? I mean, this is a sports simulation, I want it to be realistic. This isn't Call of Duty where it's, you know, acceptably unrealistic just because it's an arcade shooter. And I'm not sitting here claiming that a game like that is realistic. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but fuck it. So this game is actually kind of getting interesting right now. So I'm going to talk about the gameplay a little bit. As I'm down 10-0, and I started off the second half poorly, I kind of figured that would continue because Chris Chandler was really struggling. Jamal Anderson was having a nice game though. But I go to Santiago, and he is able to catch the ball. So with the third quarter winding down, we are looking to, you know, come a little closer, maybe even tie this game in the fourth quarter. And I get the touchdown in the Super Bowl of '98 to my receiver. I honestly do not know his name. Pardon me, but Chris Chandler throws the ball to him. I'm sure that some of y'all who are watching this are probably crazy football fans, so you know who that might be. So Denver gets the ball back after that kickoff, and we're looking to get a stop to get the ball back. So John Elway steps back. He makes the throw, and Buchanan's not able to bring him down, but Crockett's able to go outside and help him bring the ball carrier down. So moving on into the fourth quarter, we were only down by 3 points, and this was a really, really, really exciting close game. And I was just having tons of fun playing this, man. This is just awesome. I was having so much fun playing this game. And I think that I'm going to play either, you know, tell me what y'all think about this game right here. If y'all want to see more past Super Bowl matchups, I can definitely do that for y'all. Like I can do any Super Bowl matchup y'all want to see. Up until 2005, because I don't have the software to download the most current rosters. I have a Mac and it doesn't work on Mac, so, you know, shit on a popsicle stick. I'm out of luck, but that's not how the saying goes, but I don't even know. I just felt like saying that. So I can either play past Super Bowl matchups, I can play, you know, franchise mode with the teams from 2004-2005 season. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to do that because not only was I tired as the Broncos get the first down here, they measure it and it's a first down, and John Elway is happy about that, but I'm excited to play franchise mode in this game because not only have I become kind of bored with the stagnant gameplay of Madden, but I've also become kind of bored, and this is nothing that Madden can do, because I mean, this is just me getting bored as a person. Like, this is my personal opinion. I've just been kind of getting bored of playing with all current rosters because, I don't know, it kind of gets boring to me. That's why in 2K I do fantasy draft. So it'd be kind of exciting to, you know, play with the older teams and bring y'all some historic moments. Maybe even bring a team that should have won a championship from this time period that weren't fortunate enough to win one a championship. You know, try and bring a team that should have won a ring. Some of my favorite teams from this time period are the Seahawks with Matt Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander. You know what? Why don't y'all vote on who you want to see me play a franchise with, if that's actually what y'all want to see. I guess you can choose anyone you want as I fumble, and that's pretty much the game right there. I was driving to try and get the win or the field goal, but I ended up losing this game off that fumble. So I guess my favorite teams from this time period were the Falcons with Michael Vick, Warwick Dunn, all those players, Matt Hasselbeck, Sean Alexander, the Seahawks. And those are pretty much my two favorite teams. If y'all want to see me play with like Brett Favre when he was on the Packers, Eli Manning as pretty much a kid, you know, I can play with Peyton Manning. I can play with the Patriots because this is the year that they actually won the Super Bowl. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. Leave your comments, and I'll get back to y'all. I'll definitely do what y'all want to see. So thanks for watching. Stay lavish, and deuces, y'all. I'm out of here.